Good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to Budi Raharjo's channel, Padopaan Budi Raharjo. Let's start with ngopi dulu. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wow, so delicious. My coffee this morning is from javahalucoffee.id. It's a Java Halu, coffee from Java Halu Gunung Halu Farm. Gunung Halu, which is Halu Mountain Farm. This is one of the nicest coffee I've had. That's why I'm so lucky to be part of Indonesia. So I'm going to tell you a little secret about Internet Indonesia, or the market of Internet Indonesia. I don't want to talk about it. It's actually a secret, but I guess I have to uncover the secret. Let's start. Let's start the show. Okay. Let's see. Let me just do this. Let's start the show. Okay. So this is not it. Okay. So I am lucky that I am in the right place in the right time. We are so lucky we are in the right place in the right time, which is in Indonesia. Right now, in my opinion, there are only two interesting places in the world. That is China and Indonesia. Why? Because things are happening now in these places. When I was younger, younger, in the 90s, early 90s, I was so happy I was part of the other side of the world, North America, which is Canada, which is closer to the US. But I lived in Canada at that time. So I was lucky. I had a chance to play with technologies like World Wide Web. I was working on my next computer. I was working using a next computer at that time. Nobody knew what next computer is. In fact, right now, I bet not many people know what a next computer is. Go figure out. Find from the internet what is a next computer. So I was playing with next computer, and I found out, lo and behold, somewhere in Europe, there's a place. I think it is called CERN, a laboratory, and there was a man at that time, Tim Berners-Lee. He created World Wide Web and started from that. It was kind of his story started there. In terms of World Wide Web, he created World Wide Web, and I was lucky. Earlier, I was part in that kind of region. So I was lucky I was in the right place in the right time, and then the internet grew, boom, the Netscape thing, the .com thing, and then the failed of .com, and so on and so forth. But right now, Indonesia is the right place in the right time. After so many years in Canada, I came back to Indonesia, and I was worried actually, just like many others Indonesian who are abroad or are still abroad right now, are worried about coming back to Indonesia. So I came back to Indonesia worried because, I may not make it Indonesia. What if I cannot make it in Indonesia? And I came back to Indonesia, and at that time, the internet in Indonesia was kind of at the early stage. We didn't have the equivalent of Amazon or eBay. There was, but it was not as successful as Amazon and eBay. I was so sad because I could not order books, for example, in Indonesia, and no eBay. I said, what is the future of Indonesia? It's bleak. But things have changed since. Now, the internet in Indonesia. Oh, sorry. Long time ago, I tried to bring friends from all over the world, especially from North America side. Please come down here in Indonesia, invest in internet in Indonesia, so the internet in Indonesia can be as good as North America. Today is much better. So I try to get as many people coming to Indonesia, basically invest in. Because I want to have like an Amazon in Indonesia. I want to order stuff from Amazon in Indonesia. But that was a long time ago. Now, if you look into Indonesia today this is Indonesia. I took these statistics from We Are Social. This was January 2023. I'm doing this video on August 2024. So this was like a year ago. If you can see, the total population of Indonesia, it's around 276 millions, 276 millions. And the number of cell phones, mobile phones, 353 millions. Can you imagine? So this would mean some Indonesians have more than one phones. It's common. I used to have more than 2 phones. Now today I only have 2 phones, and those 2 phones I do use for different purposes. Now let's look at the internet users in Indonesia. 212 millions of internet users. So you can imagine that 212 millions. That's bigger than population of Canada, where I used to live. Probably Canadian, there are maybe only, I don't know, 25 millions. Or if you can push it like 28 millions or 30 millions. But still, this is like 7 times bigger than the whole Canada. If you compare it to, say, Singapore, I don't know the population of Singapore these days. 6 millions? 7? I don't know. But if you see, if you say we say we'll take 7 million, right? So these 210, not 21, 210 millions internet users. So that would mean we are 30 times bigger than the whole population of Singapore. So it is actually interesting to invest in Indonesia these days. Now I'm worried. A long time ago, I worried that the internet is not happening in Indonesia, but the internet is happening in Indonesia. Now these days is a bit different. I worry that we are being used as just a market for many big companies outside Indonesia, which is true today. Today we have, Facebook, Google, Apple, Amazon, and everything. And they own kind of a significant portion of Indonesians' market. That's kind of sad. I want this market to be part of Indonesians' market or Indonesian entrepreneurs. Let me just drink my coffee. I need coffee to come. So, yeah. If I used to say to friends, come down to Indonesia because we need to invest in Indonesia, now these days I'm saying the other way around. The internet in Indonesia is bad. Do not invest in Indonesia. Yeah, to tell you the secret, I want this market to be owned by Indonesians. I think that's the fair, right? If you are part of this country, that's what you want to do. I know I cannot do it. It's just impossible. We become part of a global community, so everything is global these days. So there's no kind of countries here and there, but still, at least I want to have many Indonesian companies to become global companies. At least even in Indonesia, if we own our own internet users, then that's good enough. In fact, that is more than enough. In fact, it is bigger than having your company even in Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Japan, and even Canada. Maybe there are only 4 places in the world that have bigger or the same size as Indonesia in terms of market share, right? Internet market share. Maybe, what do you call it? China, India, the US, and Indonesia. I'm not sure about the other countries, maybe Russia, maybe, I don't know. But Indonesia is definitely up there. So I'm just going to skip a few more slides. Okay, now let's do this. Now, the internet adoption in Indonesia is crazy. If you see outside Indonesia, you can see Uber, right? When there was only one Uber. In Indonesia, outside Uber, there's what we call Gojek. Gojek is a motorcycle transportation, which is kind of strange from if you're not from Indonesia or if you're not part of Asia. It is common in Indonesia. It is common in other part of this region. I think it's common in Thailand, Philippines, maybe. So online transportation, we have many things like Uber, Grab, Gojek, and I thought that's it. Three is good enough, right? But now we have Maxim. This is actually a Russian-based company, I think. InDriver, and there are other local brands. You can imagine, right? Even online transportation. There's not only one brand. I can envision there's Waymo maybe in Indonesia, a version of Waymo in Indonesia. The I don't know. The like the electrical automatic smart car things, but I don't know. But anyway, in online transportation it's already that now. The thing that makes me glad to be in Indonesia is food ordering or delivery. I know this is also a part of your culture. In some country there's food panda, but the Indonesia was started with GoFood. Now we have GoFood, Shopee Food, Grab Food, and so on and so forth. If you want something, you can order it from GoFood. Now, before GoFood, I was kind of sad because I live in not in the inner city of Bandung, but probably only 100 meters from the inner city of Bandung. So if I ordered food, even Kentucky Fried Chicken, for example, if I ordered KFC and they don't want to deliver to my place because you live far away. No. I said, it's very, very close to you. No, because your region is a suburb. I could not order food, even like Burger King, Pizza Hut, or those brands. I could not that time. Now, because of these delivery services, I can order all kinds of food. Even if you are craving for potato chip, like one pack of potato chip, you can order it with GoFood. Okay, and the joke is this: if somebody's like smoking, I don't smoke, but I don't endorse smoke, by the way. If somebody's smoking, and then this friend, this person posted his cigarette online and on social media, and his friends knew, found out, give me one cigarette, and then you can go send it. You can send it like it's just impossible to describe it. So if you're in a big hotel, even if in a fancy hotel somewhere, and you are craving for some kind like porridge, I don't know, fried rice or whatever, and you don't like the one that is provided by the hotel, maybe it's too expensive, it's not as good compared to street food, for example, you can order it through these food services. Crazy. So this is what I'm missing if I'm abroad. I'm missing this GoFood. Now the fintech side is the same. You can pay anything with GoPay, OVO, Dana, Genius, digital banking, QRIS, the QR code payment system. Everywhere, for even small booth, you can pay it using digital payment. That is crazy. I know it's happening somewhere, but it's only happening like heavily in China and in Indonesia. Now the e-commerce side. Remember earlier I was so sad, but there was no Amazon in Indonesia. These days you have Shopee, Tokopedia, Blibli, Lazada, Bukalapak. I don't know, is it still on? But anyway, the e-commerce side in Indonesia is crazy. I can order not only books, I can order notebooks. I can order things that costs like 5,000 rupiah. $5,000, not rupiah. $5,000. I'm not afraid again. Ordering online. So even for books, I can order it online, but I don't order books. I order notebook, laptops, online. So in that case, we are kind of ahead of the US, even in the e-commerce side. Not even counting TikTok shop these days. Basically crazy, and I can go on and on in terms of technology adoption in Indonesia. So what I'm saying is Indonesia is heaven. If you like internet innovations and things like that, technology innovations, the adoption in Indonesia is crazy. So earlier I said, do not invest Indonesia. in Indonesia. I lied. Actually, Indonesia is the nicest place to invest for tech companies. We are not well known yet. It's not like China, the China side, Alibaba, Tencent, ByteDance, and so on and so forth. In Indonesia, there are also big companies, nice companies, and interesting companies. Like I run many tech companies in Indonesia, believe it or not. I'm wearing too many hats. AI companies. I have studied AI companies 8 years ago, I think. I studied IT security 25, 24 years ago. So yeah, Indonesia is a great place to be right now in terms of innovation, investment. Uh, anyway, so it is not a secret anymore. I cannot keep this secret uh, because we are part of global society. Anyway, and then this is the other secret. We have very 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 nice coffee. It's like heaven. Just like the technology adoption is heaven in Indonesia. Not these days. If you like coffee, Indonesia is the best because you get different kinds of coffee. Some people are thinking coffee in terms of espresso, cappuccino. Yeah. Those are nice. I'm not denying those are nice, but this is when you have manual brew, 60 coffee, and it's a different side of coffee enjoyment kind of. It's nice, refreshing, but it's still coffee, and it's still healthy in my opinion. So stay safe, stay healthy. Um, that's it. It's already too long, right? For a secret. Morning. Bye. Assalamualaikum.